Hello, this is the TradeSite Forex Market Preview and International Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Sunday the 4th and ending Friday the 9th of February, 2018. Welcome to February. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. Actually, not much of a week here. Thought things were going to head lower, and instead, all 5 days kind of bunched together. We didn't go far. Let's go through the major daily charts, then we'll look at the intra-week action, then we'll talk about what's coming. So remember the last time we had a 13 sell signal on the euro? That was the high for 4 months or so. That was back in September. Just got another 13 sell signal on Thursday, so it'll be interesting to see if that is the top out on the euro dollar. Here's the pound. Didn't do much either, although we had a couple winners this week, but nothing huge. Euro yen also to new highs. No signal there. Aussie dollar dipping pretty hard actually for the week. Pound yen swept the all-time highs, but then came back a little bit on Friday. Pound Swiss has gone nowhere for a while. The New Zealand dollar pair also has gone basically nowhere. Here's a look at 30-minute candles for the week. High to low on the euro dollar was about 180 pips. And any one day was not great for range. Pound dollar high to low for the week is 270 pips or so, nothing special. So I wouldn't say there's anything technically to look at other than that 13 sell signal on the euro dollar. We need to be aware of that. Just got done with a Fed meeting, so we don't have that to worry about right now. Earnings season's mostly behind us. Let's just get forward. What do we got? What do we got coming up this week? Sunday, we've got Australia's got their AIG Services Index and MI inflation gauge. China's got their Caxton Services PMI. We've got Spanish, Italian, and French, and German, and the broad European final services PMI data. Then the UK one at 4:30 a.m. Monday morning. Retail sales out of Europe. Final services PMI number here out of US 9:45, and then the non-manufacturing PMI at 10. We've got the loan officer survey, doesn't matter. Bank holiday in New Zealand going into Tuesday. Retail sales out of the UK, then out of Australia, along with their trade balance. And then at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday night, Australia does their rate announcement. Tuesday, going into Tuesday, 2 a.m. Eastern, German factory orders, French government budget balance. Retail PMI out of Europe. We've got trade balance out of US and Canada at 8:30 Tuesday. That's one of our big three here in the US, so we'll be half size ahead of that going into Tuesday. New Zealand's GDT price index, Canada's IV PMI, JOLTS job openings here in the US, IBD tip economic optimism number. New Zealand's got their employment change, their unemployment rate, their labor cost index, AIG construction index, average cash earnings out of Japan. Going into Wednesday, leading indicators out of Japan, German industrial production, French trade balance, Halifax HPI out of UK, Italian retail sales out of Europe, German 10-year bond auction. Canada's got building permits. We've got crude oil here in the U.S. That's the weekly number at 10:30 a.m. The 10-year bond auction here. New Zealand has their rate announcement 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Consumer credit in the U.S. at the same time. Bank lending out of Japan that night along with their current account. Trade balance out of China, 30-year bond auction in Japan. Economy Watcher sentiment out of Japan, German trade balance out of Europe. Then we've got the rate announcement out of the Bank of England at 7 a.m. Eastern Time Thursday morning here in the U.S. and all the stuff that goes with that. Housing starts out of Canada at 8:15, NHPI out of Canada. The weekly unemployment claims number here in the U.S., that's at 8:30 a.m. before the market by an hour. Natty gas an hour into the market. 30-year bond auction here in the U.S. in the afternoon. M2 money stock out of Japan. Policy statement from the Australian rate announcement, and then their home loans. China's got CPI and PPI at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. Tertiary industry activity out of Japan, and then we head into Friday where we have the Swiss unemployment rate, French and Italian industrial production, UK manufacturing production, goods trade balance, construction output, and industrial production. Unemployment rate out of Canada. Not the U.S., just Canada, and then final wholesale inventories here in the U.S. So a busy week, a lot of data. The trade balance is the big one Tuesday for Forex. Be half size ahead of that, otherwise full size all week. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.